When Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced that the firm will change its name to Meta and become a metaverse company, he drew a picture of a utopian future that was several years away, in which billions of people would spend endless amount of time in immersive digital settings, working, socializing, and playing games inside virtual and augmented worlds. Since then, Meta has committed billions of dollars and tens of thousands of workers to make Mr. Zuckerberg's vision a reality. But Meta's efforts to build the metaverse have stumbled. Horizon Worlds, the company's primary virtual reality game, continues to be unpopular and problematic, prompting Meta to implement a quality lockdown for the remainder of the year while it redesigns the program. Numerous strategies changes that seem to be based more on Mr. Zuckerberg's whims than on a well-defined plan have been criticized by some Meta workers. A senior official at Meta complained that the amount of money that the firm had spent on unproven projects made him sick to my stomach, as the two executives disagreed over the company's metaverse strategy. More than a dozen current and former Meta employees were interviewed about the company's efforts to alter the business, and the New York Times also obtained internal communications. The individuals talked under the condition of anonymity because they were not permitted to discuss private topics in public. At a developer conference, Meta is rumored to present new metaverse capabilities in addition to a new VR headset. The company is in a race to reinvent itself to offset losses in other areas of its business, so the stakes are high. The two main sources of income for Meta, Facebook and Instagram, are being displaced by TikTok among younger users, and Apple's adjustments to the mobile operating system's privacy settings have lost Meta billions of dollars in advertising revenue. The stock price of the company has decreased by almost 60% over the past year, reflecting not only the general market turmoil but also some investors' doubts that the metaverse would become very profitable anytime soon. The business said in late September that it will stop the majority of recruiting, and Mr. Zuckerberg has informed staff that layoffs may be forthcoming. The investor and metaverse specialist Matthew Ball, whose counsel Mr. Zuckerberg has sought, stated that the difficulties Meta's business will be facing in 2022 are severe, important, and unrelated to the metaverse. And there is a chance that practically all of what Mark has said about the metaverse is true, but that the timing is later than he anticipated. What is the metaverse and why does it matter? The origins. A fully developed digital universe outside of our own is referred to as the metaverse. The phrase was first used by Neil Stephenson in his 1992 book Snow Crash, and Ernest Cline expanded on it in his book Ready Player One. An expanding universe. During the pandemic's move to an online-centric world, the metaverse seems to have gathered steam. The phrase is now used to describe a wide range of virtual experiences, settings, and assets. Some examples. Both the majority of social media and video games where users can create their own worlds contain metaverse characteristics. You can participate in the metaverse experience if you have a non-fungible token, a virtual reality headset, or some other cryptocurrency. How big tech is shifting. After disturbing 10 million of its virtual reality headsets and declaring it had changed its name to Meta, Facebook staked its claim to the metaverse last year. Apple, Microsoft, and Google have all been developing technology connected to the metaverse. The future. Many of the computer industry think the metaverse will usher in an age where our virtual lives will be just as significant as our physical ones. Some experts cautions that it might yet end up being a fad or even harmful. A spokesperson for Meta, Andy Stone, said in a statement that the business thought it was still heading in the right direction. It's simple to be cynical about cutting-edge technology, Mr. Stone remarked. Building it is much more difficult, but they are doing it nonetheless because we think the metaverse is the future of computing. A decade ago, Mr. Zuckerberg effectively reorganized his business, directing it to concentrate on how its good functioned on cell phones as opposed to computers. When he said that investing in the metaverse would enable Meta to transition from one technology period to the next, he gave a similar indication last year. There are various indications that Meta's wager has given it an advantage over rivals. According to estimates from the outside market, the Quest 2 consumer VR headset from the company has sold more than 15 million units, making it the most popular VR headset available. According to an estimate by app analytics company Sensor Tower, the Oculus VR app, later dubbed MetaQuest, has been downloaded over 21 million times on iOS and Android smartphones. However, Meta's capacity to make virtual and augmented reality capabilities accessible to a far larger population will determine its future success. Though a rise from a few months ago, Facebook's more than 2.9 billion monthly active users make Meta's Horizon Worlds games' 300,000 monthly active users seem insignificant. The business refuses to give more recent financial data for Horizon Worlds. The fact that American officials seem keen to stop Meta from acquiring its way to success as it did by purchasing Instagram and WhatsApp only compounds the company's problems. The Federal Trade Commission filed a lawsuit against Meta to stop it from acquiring Within, the company behind a well-known virtual reality exercise program. The agency's complaint, which Meta has argued is wrong on the facts and the law, is being fought by Meta. Mr. Zuckerberg has startled some colleagues by positioning himself as the innovator face of the company's drive into the metaverse, determined to remake his public image after spending years in the spotlight for contentious decisions about political speech on Facebook. Videos showing Mr. Zuckerberg engaging in virtual reality or VR versions of his pastimes, like fencing and a water activity resembling surfing called hydrofoiling, are featured in demonstrations and mock-ups of Meta's most recent metaverse innovations. The CEO recently spoke on Joe Rogan's show and disclosed that creating an immersive metaverse was his holy grail. His involvement has occasionally backfired. On his Facebook page, Mr. Zuckerberg shared a screenshot of his Horizon Worlds avatar along with information on the app's upcoming expansion into France and Spain. But the cartoonish, flat appearance of the avatar was much ridiculed. It was likened to a 2002 Nintendo GameCube release by one commenter. Mr. Zuckerberg and senior executives instructed staff to prioritize enhancing avatar appearance after receiving that remark. The Facebook spokesman, Mr. Stone, described Mr. Zuckerberg's response to the criticism of the avatar as frustrated, but he did not provide any further information. According to the two workers, Mr. Zuckerberg's new avatar was developed more quickly than previous Horizon Worlds avatars that had been planned updates. So, what are your thoughts about Mark Zuckerberg's metaverse struggles? Please let me know by leaving a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe to Metaverse for more videos like this. Thank you for stopping by to watch. See you in our next video. Bye!